On this journey to recovering from damaged hair, something that I have noticed, and I'm pretty sure some of you have noticed it as well, is the desire to change some hair products or to declutter and get rid of some hair products because you've realized that it's probably not working for this level of damage you've got, or you just feel like getting something new, something different. It's like a new season in your life where you're just at that recovery stage and not at the maintenance stage. Now, if you don't notice, a lot of my advice and all these videos that I'm doing on damage and breakage, I'm really targeting people who are not using protective styling back to back. So if you're one of those people who are doing protective styling, your hair is in extensions, your hair is in a wig for 3 months, 1 month, my advice, I don't know if they would work because my hair is getting washed every 7 days. I'm in my hair. I've got to pay attention to my hair. So those are the type of people that are going to benefit a lot from my advice. But if you're always tucking it away for months and months and months, you might not see the results that I'm talking about. But anyway, let's get into it. When we are trying to grow out our damaged hair, there are times where the products that used to work will no longer work anymore, because now we need to buy products that specifically say for damaged, brittle, dry hair. That is the products we need in our room, in our bathroom, is products that specifically target the situation, what is actually going on right now. And when I was decluttering a few of my hair products, I realized that one, I did not have a good moisturizer that was targeting brittle, damaged hair. Let me get you an example of what I'm saying. For the longest of time, I thought I actually had a hair moisturizer. And then when I was going through a decluttering stage and I was looking at my stuff, I realized that there was no moisturizer in there. A lot of it was just styling creams, gels. There wasn't like a moisturizer, and I was so shocked that all this while I thought I had a moisturizer, I did not. And I didn't have anything that specifically say for damaged, dry, brittle hair. So I started Googling and I was researching, thinking, okay, I want to try something, but something that is not black owned, because like I mentioned in the previous video, I'm starting to notice that black owned hair products are not consistent. They work in the beginning and then you buy it the next time and you can tell that something has changed in the ingredients, maybe by the smell, by the color. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the financial crisis going on in the world that the ingredients keep changing. I don't know. So I didn't want something that was blacked on. And after doing a couple of research, I came across Redken. I'm pretty sure you've heard of this company. It is quite an expensive hair company, but for me, if it's doing what it's supposed to do, I don't really care about the price. That's just me in general. If you tell me something costs £30, but it's going to do what I need it to do, then it's worth the price for me. So I came across them on, I think while I was doing a couple of research. It's not really near where I am. And I'll just show you what this one says. So this one is Redken, 5th Avenue, New York City. And I'll just read what the front part is saying. I do love the color, by the way. It's so bright. It looks really expensive. And I love the packaging, everything. So it says, all soft moisture restore, leave-in treatment, intense moisture conditioning, heat protection, hydration, intense revitalization, and thermal protection. And then it says regimen for dry, brittle hair. Ding, 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 ding. That's how I knew that I needed to buy the product. That was it. I didn't even look at the ingredients. I just checked if there was water as the first ingredient. That was it. As soon as I just saw the regimen is for dry and brittle hair, then I knew I need this. Okay. And then it also comes with an oil, which like a hairdresser had actually suggested this oil. That argan oil is very, very good. And also the argan oil had also said the same thing, all soft, and it's a regimen for dry and brittle hair with a pH balance formula And obviously there's some science to it. And so when I saw this, I just said, yep, I'm buying it. It was costly, but I'm buying it. And I kid you not, it has really, really worked for my hair. It's made such a huge difference, especially the oil. The oil does what it's supposed to do. It really softens the hair. It really, really softens the hair. And so when I started doing it, I saw a huge improvement in the softness of my hair. My hair has been dry since the day I was born. Dryness is something I have struggled with my hair for such a long time. And when I came across this, I felt like I won the lottery. Okay, so when I was on the search to looking for something, that's like my spirit telling me that what you've got right now is not what's going to help you with this damaged hair. And so when you have this desire that you need to get a new hair product or you need to find something else, it's because your spirit is letting you know that there's something out there for you that is going to help you on this journey to recovering from damaged hair. It's so important to use products that will work in this season of your life, because if you don't, it means that you might have a good routine, but if you don't have good products, damage will happen very quickly. There's some people on social media and they will tell you that the first time they got a silk press done, they got heat damage, right? And they would show you the heat damage and everything, and they try to blame it on the hairdresser and the products that the hairdresser is using. I'm going to be really honest with you. Based on my experience, if you have a good routine and you're using products that are good for your hair, that your hair loves, if you get a silk press done the first time, even if that hairdresser wasn't the best or the products she used wasn't the best, your hair wouldn't get damaged the first time. You could have like a few weeks of breakage, but it won't be quick to damage. It won't be, because you've got a good routine and you're using quality and good products that your hair love. So it will take time for it to get damaged. It would have to take like 2 more sessions of doing something bad for it to get to that level. I mean, think about the times you've mishandled your hair in the past. Times where you've neglected your hair at the worst and it wasn't really that bad. And then times where you've now decided to take it so seriously and then it's the worst it's ever been. Okay? Like me, right? I showed you all this area. The area that I'm struggling with right now, it was the worst I've ever experienced in my entire life. Because even though in the past my mom was overlapping relaxers and all of that, you know, I didn't experience that level of breakage on this part of my hair. But when I started taking my hair seriously, I was making some mistakes that was even way worse than the past. That has got me, you know, to that level. So when you have a good routine and you're using quality products that your hair loves and it's doing what it's supposed to do, it will take time for you to get a damage after one silk press. It would have to take 2 more silk press sessions for damage to occur. Now, in my previous video, I did talk about how to read hair products, how to read the labels, what you need to look out for. Another thing you need to look out for with a hair product is how does it make your hair feel? What I've noticed in my experience is when you buy a new product and you use it consistently for 3 weeks, you should see the difference and you should know what it's doing, and you should know whether it's doing what it's supposed to do. So let's say you bought a shampoo, sulfate-free shampoo, right? When you buy a sulfate-free shampoo, what we're looking for is softness and not something harsh, right? So when you use a sulfate-free shampoo, because you can only use it once a week, I'm going to assume that you shampoo your hair once a week, but you use it once a week for 3 weeks. By week 3, you should see a difference, or you should know what it's doing. For me, the first time I used a new sulfate-free shampoo, the day I used it, my hair went incredibly soft to the point that I was asking myself, do I still need to deep condition? Because this thing has really, soften my hair. So you should see a difference, even like with hair moisturizer. This is why, again, you're gonna hear me say this every single video. You need to stop those protective styling. You need to stop those wigs, because the only way you know that the product is actually working is when you use it weekly, consistently for 3 weeks. If you're, tucking the hair away after 1 week of washing and it's tucked away for 1 to 2, 3 months, how are you going to know that the product is working? A lot of you have products in your house for your hair and you think it's working, but it's not working. And you don't know that it's not working because the hair is constantly tucked away for a long period of time. So one time is not enough for you to know whether it's working. With some products it is, but with the majority it's not. You have to give it time. It's like a new face product, right? A new face moisturizer. You won't know on the day. You have to consistently use it to see the difference. It's the same thing with hair. Another thing you need to consider is the area where you have a lot of breakage. So some of you might have more damaged area at the back or more at the front or the side or whatever. Whatever is an area of concern would need extra treatment, special attention, extra care, and it might just need a new product or it might need a different technique. Okay, so like this area of my head here where I had issues, I've had to relax that on a different day. I couldn't relax this area with all the other parts because all the other parts was growing at the same pace, but this part was growing at a slower pace because, again, this was the worst area of breakage, right? So I had to relax this part separately compared to the other sides on a different day. Okay, so things like that is what you need to pay attention to. Maybe you might need a different oil in that area where your scalp is showing and there's no hair growing. You might need a different oil in that area compared to the rest of your head. Okay, so when there's that desire to change products, it's because your spirit is letting you know that you don't have something that is going to help you on this journey to recover from damaged hair. And when you feel the need to declutter, it's because there's some things in your hair product that is no longer serving its purpose anymore. It's no longer doing what it's supposed to do. Some hair products are for people who have healthy hair and they're just maintaining the health of their hair. And some hair products is for people who've got damaged hair, breakage, dryness, brittle hair, and it's to help them recover. When you've recovered from damage and you're now at maintenance, then the products will change. It's a simple thing that you need to pay attention to. When you're going from healthy hair to damaged hair, the products will change. The technique will change. When you're going from damaged hair, when you've grown out your damaged hair and you've got rid of damaged hair and you're now on the healthy side, the products will change. Okay? It's just a matter of paying attention to everything. Sometimes product overload is a thing in the eyes where you see so many products and your eyes is confused, your brain is confused, and you're just overwhelmed. I don't know if you're like me, especially like me, where I love when a product looks so good and the packaging looks so good. I'm like, I want that. I want to buy it just because the packaging looks nice, the color looks nice and everything and the smell. But deep down, I know that I don't need this. Where do I fit this in my routine? Does my hair need this? Is this going to serve its purpose right now? So product overload is a real thing. And I believe it's important to always declutter hair products in your house before you introduce the new. There's something that needs to go. So that is it for this video. Like I said, we are both going to grow this damaged hair out and we are on our way to healthy hair, long, beautiful, healthy hair. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.